game is lame and absurd, but just spit. You need to sit back and observe a certified pimp. He's so fly. Oh yes he is. I mean that boy does the shit. He's a mess he is. Fresh to death. Ain't nobody fresh as he is. They can't compare or get next to him because he's so fly. I mean the boy's so clean. From his white tee on down to those jeans. You see the ice in the pinky.
What is good, everybody? It's your man's Ken Jackson. This is the Ken Jackson Experience coming to you live today. Figured I'd get on here. I better put in some work if I want this thing to work. I've been real lazy and procrastinating for a long time. Of course, you all know. So I figured, hey, today is as good a time as any to get my ass back on the job. So check it out. A lot to unpack this week because so much has been going on. But before I get started, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Won't cost you a dime. I don't have any merchandise to sell you, so it's nothing like that. Don't have to subscribe to any of my newsletters or anything like that. Just subscribe to the channel. Helps me out with the algorithm so that I can keep doing whatever it is I call this bullshit that I do. All right. So anyway, as some of you may or may not know, Trump's $400 million Qatari 747, which was gifted to him by the Qatari royal family, has been officially accepted by the U.S. government. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's been officially accepted as an unconditional donation. Used for years, the Flying Palace will now undergo a costly refit before being put to official use. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this airplane. First of all, Boeing is already in process of building two new 747s or rebuilding two new 747s to be used as Air Force One. Donald Trump, being the grifter that he is and always has been, has figured out a way for him to add a lavish flying palace to his personal fleet. He says he's going to use it, as Air Force One because Boeing is taking too long to get the new Air Force Ones online. However, think about this. It's going to take the same, and not the same amount of time. It's actually going to take more time to sweep this Qatari 747 because first they got to sweep it for listening devices and trackers and all of the other stuff that could possibly be on board this airplane. And then Boeing, because it's a Boeing aircraft, has to be the company to refurbish this thing and make it ready to be used as Air Force One. So Trump saying this is a better option than just waiting for Boeing to complete the project that was already bought and paid for, saying this is a better option is bullshit. It's just typical Trump the grifter, finding new ways to scam the American people out of our tax dollars. So the aircraft now enters American custody for transformation into a potential Air Force One. The agreement signed by U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who is totally unqualified for his position. And Qatar's Minister of State for Defense Affairs, Saud bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani. I hope I said that right. I hate to mispronounce people's names. No disrespect if I got it wrong. I apologize. Um, but it comes with no stipulations regarding its use or eventual disposal, as reported by ABC News. Okay, so the high profile aircraft gift, while presented as a goodwill gesture between two allied nations, has raised eyebrows for its scale, cost implications, and future use. The plane was previously configured for royalty, boasting luxurious lounges, private suites, onboard amenities typically reserved for heads of state. Now it will be stripped down and rebuilt according to the highest U.S. security and communications standard. Um, the Boeing 747 8 is among the largest and most capable aircraft ever produced by Boeing. With extended range, advanced avionics, and increased fuel efficiency, it serves as an ideal base for next generation presidential aircraft. However, the specific jet donated by Qatar was originally tailored for high end private use, featuring plush interiors that are far from combat ready or suitable for strategic communications. Like I said, this is just uh, another one of Donald Trump's extravagant con games, because apparently, whenever Donald Trump leaves office, this aircraft is going to be transferred to his presidential library, from which he would have full access to use as he pleases. Uh, you know, with no restrictions. So, who's going to stop it? Who is going to stop the grift? Are y'all tired of the nonsense that's going on with this president? I know I am. I just can't take it. I watched this news conference the other day from Scotland, and in my opinion, it was absolutely the most embarrassing news conference to date. Um, Trump has absolutely no idea what he's doing uh, in his official capacity. He does know what he's doing, as a grifter and a con artist, because this is how he's always lived his life. He's always been who he is. Donald Trump is a white collar thief. He's a white collar con artist. Always has been, always will be. Um, what amazes me is that he's garnered so much support from a third of the US voting population. That's it, just one third. That's all it took to get him elected. Another third voted for the other lady, Ms. Kamala Harris, Mrs. Kamala Harris, uh, and another third of the voting population decided to vote for a third party candidate or didn't vote at all. So this is why we got what we got. It's plain and simple. It was no magic tricks. Even though Trump did try to fix the election, he did fix the election. He admitted it. Elon Musk helped him fix it, mostly in Pennsylvania. But Elon helped out a lot. And then Elon further helped him destroy uh, the American way of life. Our everything about America has been degraded exponentially. I think Trump has set us back 100 years. It's probably going to take 300 years to fix it. I know it's going to be long after I'm dead and gone, and probably after my kids and grandkids are dead and gone, before we see any progress. If America lasts that long, we may be seeing the end of American days as we know it right now. And I say that in all seriousness. Um, what's a shame is that so many people are letting it happen. The Republican Party is no more. It doesn't exist. There is no Republican Party. It's MAGA, 100%. It's MAGA. I mean, think about it. Donald Trump has people on his cabinet who, in recent years, in recent months, were totally against a Trump presidency. But now all of a sudden they are kissing his ass as if he's their Lord and Savior. Let's think about it. Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham used to be a staunch never Trumper. Uh, 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 um, Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio should be ashamed of himself. Uh, being uh, a child of immigrants himself, you know, uh, and then now here he is helping Trump uh, basically brutalize immigrants trying to come to America to change to live a better life. Ted Cruz, excuse me, Ted Cruz is also a child of immigrants. Ted Cruz himself is an immigrant. Ted Cruz was born in Canada, y'all. Do y'all understand that? He was born in Canada to an illegal immigrant. Think about that. Think about that. And now he's a senator from Texas supporting Donald Trump's illegal immigration policy. And to date, they still haven't deported as many people as President Obama has. They used to call President Obama the deporter in chief, but there was a big difference. Barack Obama carried out immigration in accordance with the law and the Constitution. President Obama didn't have ICE running around raiding Home Depots and child care centers and snatching up landscapers off the streets, in neighborhoods, uh, and chasing people around, pushing lawnmowers and shit like that. He did it in accordance to the law. And he made it clear that if anybody needed it to be different, then Congress needed to write a bill and send it to his desk for signature into law. But because the Republicans have controlled Congress for so long, they blocked everything that President Obama was trying to do legally in accordance with the Constitution, because as many of you may or may not know, Barack Obama is a constitutional attorney. He knows the Constitution, and he stayed within the limits of the law. I'm not saying he was perfect, because he wasn't perfect. He was far from perfect. But he wasn't the grifter in chief that we have now. Donald Trump's only mission in life is to increase his wealth by stealing as much money as he can from the people. This big, beautiful bill that they just passed, it's not going to benefit us. It's not going to benefit you MAGA freaks that support this bullshit. You just basically gave him carte blanche to pay these billionaires out of our pockets as much money as they want to take from us. That Trump tax deal, that's what y'all lived under for the entire Biden administration. That was Trump's tax code. I hear so many of y'all talking about, oh my God, our taxes are going to go down. No, they're not. Trump just extended his tax code, which was set to expire this year. But I don't understand how y'all didn't understand that or didn't see, maybe you just didn't want to, but you were definitely dishonest with yourself. To I mean, in fact, to say that you didn't know is bullshit. You had to know. If you pay attention to what's going on as much as y'all say y'all do. Trump said he was going to drain the swamp. You know what? He did drain the swamp. He drained the swamp. He dredged it out a whole lot deeper and filled it all back up with fresh critters. And now the swamp is deeper, darker, and more diabolical than it's ever been. That's what we're dealing with now. It's a damn shame. We are in this mess, and y'all voted for it. So let's see what else is going on here. So much. New Superman and Fantastic Four movies are out. I haven't gotten to see them yet, but I plan to real soon. I really didn't have much to talk about today. I just wanted to get on and turn the equipment on and run the electricity through it because I haven't turned this shit on in quite a while, actually. But anyway, there is a lot happening. I don't know if I even want to talk about it all because it's depressing. I don't even watch the news anymore because it's so depressing. I know a lot of you have given up on the news a long time ago, which is okay. Uh, but at the same time, I think we need to pay attention and uh, not just liberal news or conservative news, or we need to pay attention to it all because if you're truly honest with yourself, you're going to find that you agree with a little bit from both sides. But there are a few radicals out here who are 100% in their feelings, 100% to the right or 100% to the left, which is crazy to me. Because as much as I don't like uh, the Republican Party, there are a lot of conservative issues that I agree with. There are, but it's not about even being conservative or liberal. It's about being a human. It's about being a living, breathing human being with common sense. Our government's out of control, as it has been for probably a few decades now. Uh, these politicians seem to think we work for them and we're here to serve them. And I don't know when it went left, or right, or whichever way it went, but um, we need to fix the system. We need to fix the entire system. Maybe we need to just kick them all out and start all over. We definitely, it's because on the Democratic side, we need young blood. We got a bunch of old fuckers in the Democratic Party that don't want to move out the way. And the same shit that they blame the Republicans for is what they're doing too, and vice versa. Everybody's trying to hold on to power. It's all about power and money. If you don't think if you think otherwise, then you're crazy as hell because it's not about black or white. It really isn't. It never was. It was always about power and control. It was always about the elites and everybody else. And it's funny because MAGA always talks about the Democratic support for the elites. What the fuck is Donald Trump? What the fuck is Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos? They're not elites. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, you know what I'm saying? These are the elites, the Koch brothers. Uh, what's the guy that owns Fox? Rupert Murdoch. These are elites, and these are the public elites. Because trust me, there are many that we've never heard of by name, that we've never seen in public, that are way richer and way more powerful than these guys we see in public. Don't you even think for a second that Elon Musk is the wealthiest man in the world, because he's not. Publicly, he is. But the truly wealthy and powerful are the ones we never see. The ones we never see. I'm not saying they're Illuminati or anything like that. I'm just saying that the truly powerful are the ones we never see. The ones who are really pulling the strings and making shit, happen. The ones who run the matrix. Because we do live in a matrix. We do live in a society that's controlled by others that don't want us to know that they're in control. They manipulate all the systems and all of the institutions. They manipulate everything globally, because if they didn't manipulate it, they couldn't stay wealthy. They couldn't stay powerful. Think about that. Think about that. And they sell us the dream of, if we work hard and stick to our goals, we can be just like them. You can never be just like them. Because unless they accept you into the club, you can never be one of them. And they're all of the same bloodline. Obama, he's an elite. Joe Biden is an elite. And then you have their minions who are out doing the work for them to keep them elite. Guys like Joe Rogan, he's just a minion. He's just a minion. Jay-Z is just a minion. That's why he was accepted into the Billionaires Club, because he was a good little minion. You know what I mean? Diddy used to be. He used to be a good little minion, but he pissed somebody off. That's the only reason he got prosecuted. He got reckless, got too big for himself, and now he's in trouble. And he still may walk, but that's going to be dependent on him and getting his behavior back in line. If they don't feel like he's going to stay in line, then he's never going to get out of prison. They're going to fuck his entire life up. Right now, they're just letting him know that, look, Negro, you can be touched. You was getting a little big for yourself, so we had to put you in your place. That's how it works. See, people like me, I'm small time. They know not a lot of people listen to my broadcast. But let me tell you, if this show were to blow up and all of a sudden get popular, I would be a target too. I would be a target too if more of you started listening. So please start listening, because I want to be a target. I want them to come after me, because I'm never going to stop resisting. I'm never going to stop speaking up. Because if we stop, then they've won. And I can't let them win. I just can't. And it's not because I got so much to lose, but I got everything to lose. I got a legacy. I have children, I have grandchildren, and I want their future to be secure. I want them to be able to live out their lives without having to worry about idiots like Donald Trump. And don't get me wrong, Donald Trump really isn't the problem. He's just a symptom of the problem. He's the physical distraction that they put out there for all of us to pay attention to, so that we don't pay attention to what's really going on. And it's just weird because so many people know that all of this is just a facade, but there's not enough people coming together to actually do something about it. Every time there's an opportunity, or when we think there's an opportunity, something seems to go wrong. Isn't that right? We can never get exactly enough people participating in the system to make any real changes. And that's scary to me sometimes, because as much as we say we want to see change and we would like for things to change, it's not going to change, because there's always going to be someone in control, someone in authority, and someone manipulating the system to work in their favor. It's always going to be like that. It's biblical. God's like that. If you're a believer in God, you know, this whole system that we live in is corrupt and manipulated. It just is. So anyway, let me get my ass off of here. I got other shit I got to do today. Got to get my life together, because I really, really need to be focused on something. And I got an offer to be on a radio show. We're doing a test show this Saturday. It's a local AM station. Tell you honestly, I don't know if I truly want to do it, but I'm gonna go do the test show and see how it goes. It's not gonna be for any money or anything like that, because, like I said, they're a local AM station, so not a lot of money involved anyway. So, but it'll be something, I guess, for me to do. Maybe, who knows? I can use it to promote this show here. Maybe I shouldn't have said that live on the air, but who cares? You know what? I'm living my life the way I want to live it, or the way that I think I want to live it. I mean, because if we're in a simulation like a lot of people think, then whoever's playing my controller is making me do whatever the fuck they want me to do. So I don't know. Do I have free will? I'm not really sure. That sounds crazy, don't it? All right, but anyway, I'm your man's Ken Jackson. This has been the Ken Jackson Experience. Just some random thoughts. And you know what? I will catch y'all Sunday night, 9 p.m. Ken Jackson Experience. Peace.